Hello, my name is Tani, and today I will be going over thinking outside the box on Albert Schweitzer, humanitarian and medical missionary. This video is exclusively for BUS 498A at Lewis Clark State College. For this thinking outside the box, I will be discussing how Schweitzer's life reflected his religious beliefs and how my faith has been reflected in my life plan. And I'll also be critically analyzing ways in which my faith helps my critical thinking when it comes to making decisions about my life. I would first like to introduce myself to you. I have been happily married for 3 years to my husband Ryan. We have 5 pets. 2 of them are dogs, 2 are cats, and we have a baby rabbit. I will be graduating spring of 2019, and I am planning to get my CPA license. Now a little bit on Albert Schweitzer. Albert Schweitzer was a son and grandson of ministers. He grew up a Christian, and he was also a Nobel Peace Prize winner. He devoted his life to helping the needy, and he went to medical school to become a medical missionary. He used his critical thinking skills to be able to decide the best place to serve as a medical missionary. Schweitzer went to Africa to help the sick and fund a hospital. These are the ways that his life reflected his religious beliefs. He had the belief that he needed to serve those that needed it the most. He took the necessary steps to be able to do this. He held to the scripture laid out in Matthew 25:35 through 40, which refers to those that are the least of these, and Mark 12:31 that states to love your neighbor as yourself.
Now on how my faith is reflected in my life plan. So just a little bit more personal information on myself. I have faced infertility, and which is the inability to conceive a child. And this has led me to the point of possibly wanting to adopt one day or be able to foster children. My inability to conceive a child has brought me to 2 areas that require critical thinking: finances and emotions. Finances because adoptions require large amounts of funding, and emotions because the inability to conceive a child can bring up a great amount of negative emotions. According to our class textbook, critical thinking is defined as a collection of skills we use every day that are necessary for our full intellectual and personal development. Now I am to critically analyze ways in which my faith helps or hinders my critical thinking when it comes to making decisions about my life. So I looked at some ways that are stated that faith hinders life decisions. When we look at page 56 of our textbook, the textbook makes a statement on irrational acts being done in the name of God, and it lists a few examples. And then also in a study published in PLOS 1 titled, Why Do You Believe in God? Relationships Between Religious Beliefs, Analytic Thinking, Mentalizing, and Moral Concerns, suggests that religious beliefs and scientific thinking clash because different brain areas are involved in both cognitive processes. People who believe in the supernatural appear to suppress areas associated with critical thinking. The statement in the textbook and in the study lead to believe that critical thinking and faith don't mix, and that they hinder the ability to use critical thinking properly. My critical thinking is based off of what I believe to be true, and this may not hold true to others. I see things differently as a Christian, and this has allowed me to personally develop myself. I hold the belief that money is not mine, but it is a gift to me, and I'm to manage it well. This leads me to know that as I believe that adoption may be expensive, being expensive is just a construct that people have formed in their minds, including myself, and stops a lot of people from pursuing greater things. Another thing that I have allowed myself to think critically about is my emotions towards my inability to carry a child. This can be depressing to some people and sometimes make them angry. I have been able to let go of this depression and anger because I believe that there is something greater to my life and all that happens with it. I am able to better process negative emotions. Everyone has a need, but I can't serve everyone. Just as Schweitzer was able to critically think about who he could help, I can say that I have learned that I can do the same by becoming a parent to a parentless child. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.